My fiancé walked out of our wedding ceremony to leave with my maid of honor, and 2 years later they both sat in my living room asking me to fund their divorce. I said what I'd been waiting 24 months to say. The wedding was June 15th, 2022. A Saturday. I was 28. We'd been together since college. His name was Marcus. My maid of honor was my best friend since 7th grade, Tanya Booker. I'd spent $34,000 on that wedding. My parents contributed another $12,000. The venue was Cedar Mill Estate in Savannah, 140 guests. I'd hand calligraphed every single place card. Marcus didn't show up late. He showed up on time, stood at the altar, watched me walk halfway down the aisle, then raised his hand like he was asking a question in class. He said, "I can't do this, I'm sorry. I'm in love with Tanya." Then he walked down the side aisle, took her hand from the second row, and they left through the garden exit together. I stood there in a $4,200 dress holding peonies while 140 people stared at me. The months after were brutal. I lost 15 pounds. I couldn't sleep in my own apartment because Marcus's things were still there. I tried reaching out to Tanya once in August, hoping for some explanation. She texted back, "The heart wants what it wants." That was attempt 1 at closure. I tried talking to Marcus in October through his sister. She said he felt terrible but was following God's plan. Attempt 2, divine justification for humiliation. I went to therapy in November. My therapist suggested writing them each a letter I'd never send. I wrote them. I almost sent them. Attempt 3. By January 2023, I told mutual friends I just needed an acknowledgement, some accountability. Our friend Rachel passed the message along. Marcus told her, "She'll heal. Time fixes everything." Attempt 4, dismissed like a weather forecast. So I stopped asking for closure and built a life instead. I got promoted to senior financial analyst at Ridley and Associates in February 2023. Salary jumped from $67,000 to $89,500. I bought a townhouse on Clover Street. I adopted a gray cat named Wednesday. I started running and finished the Savannah Bridge Run in April 2024 at 47 minutes. I became someone I actually liked. Then on August 3rd, 2024, I got a text from an unknown number. It was Tanya. "Hey, I know this is weird. Can we talk? It's important." Against every instinct, I agreed to meet. She showed up at my door with Marcus. They sat on my couch looking like two people who'd aged 10 years. Tanya spoke first. She said they'd gotten married at a courthouse 3 months after my wedding. By their first anniversary, Marcus had cheated on her with a coworker. They'd been in and out of counseling since. Now they were filing for divorce and neither could afford attorneys. Marcus had been laid off. Tanya's freelance design work had dried up. They needed $6,000 combined for retainer fees. Marcus looked at me and said, "You were always the most generous person I knew. You understand loyalty. You understand doing the right thing even when it's hard." Loyalty. He actually used that word sitting on my couch. Tanya jumped in. We wouldn't ask if we had anyone else. I let the silence sit for a long time. Then I asked one question. "Tanya, did he cheat on you at your wedding too, or did he wait until after?" She started crying. Marcus stared at the floor. I stood up, walked to my hallway closet, and came back with a small box. Inside were the 140 hand-calligraphed place cards from my wedding that I'd never thrown away. I set the box on the coffee table between them. I said, "I spent 2 years rebuilding a life you both detonated in 11 seconds. I'm not funding the cleanup of the mess you made with the wreckage of mine. You can let yourselves out." They left without another word. Marcus texted the next day. "That was cold." I replied, "No, cold is walking away from someone at the altar. This is just a closed door. Some people don't come back because they miss you. They come back because they ran out of everyone else."